Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and you are absolutely in the right place at the right time, at the right way, because it is noon Tuesday Central Time, where every week we get together as a community and we come together with our intention for that greater possibility. And we come together as a community holding that idea not only for ourselves, but in support of each other. Hi, I'm Catherine Perry. I'm the Big Vision Coach, and I help people shift their beliefs and open themselves and retrain their mind so that they can, one, expand their sense of what's possible, shift and align the beliefs to make it so, and produce incredible results in their life. And I am so happy to have everybody on the call today. And right now I'm already tickled because, guys, if you are able to see this in the chat, I gotta say, I'm loving Cassandra's picture with her horse dressed, I'm guessing that's the Grinch with the green. That's pretty darn cute. And let me see what we've got here. Today we're going to do just a quick check-in. Let's see how everybody's doing. I'm always excited to be with you, right? Because I'm always doing the work. I'm tuning into consciousness, and I'm going, well, where are we going as a group? What's the thing that's coming up with my clients a lot? And so I'm going to be announcing, I don't even have a slide made for it yet. But I sat down this morning and went, oh, here's the next 5-day challenge. And we had done the 11-11 club where we focused on one main thing. And I said, that was good, but how can I make it better? And what's really up in consciousness? And it's the theme of restoration. So this is a theme that's been up in my private practice probably from day one. And I'm going to give you a little hint about it, but mostly today is about you. And then I just want to invite you to be sure and keep an eye out in the TOC Money Mindset Mastery group or in your email. Or if you are watching this by replay, there'll be a link below letting you know how to get in on that 5-day challenge. So welcome, everybody. So happy to see you here right now. Let me check on the participants because sometimes they show up on phone. But I see that we've got Cassandra, Louise, Maria, and Richard, and I'm sure we have some other folks that are going to be joining us just a little later. Okay, so hang on here. I'm going to jump back here. I'm going to stop the share for just a moment. And I was sharing with somebody yesterday this idea that kind of comes up in our family in the way we talk about things. Y'all are my family, so I got to kind of enroll you in some of my family things. But one of the fun things that we do in our family is we kind of have our own language. Most families do, and it comes from jokes and what happened in the parents' lives and things got passed down. And I'm Texan, I got a Texas accent, but we will make fun of Texas accents because there's a lot of different kinds, right, Louise? If you've ever watched King of the Hill, you see a lot of the different kinds, right? But in our family, we grew up around a lot of country people, and we have this way of when we're being playful, and so the way we speak, but when we are getting together in our family and they go, well, what did you guys do? Like, what happened when y'all were spending time? Well, we say it was just We-zins and us-ins, or actually us-ins and We-zins, that's it. Just us-ins and We-zins. And that's all we're doing. It's like, what is that? Hi, Paula. And what I explained was like, hey, this is just us being us. We're being ourselves, but then each one of us are being our unique self, right? And we're kind of in that delight and play of the uniqueness, the thing that we like about each other, and the thing that brings us together. So in our telling the story, we would always tell something about cool that only we would do that's completely different from the family. Like I would come back and tell stories about travel, or I tell stories about the people I met, or just something, right? Just something that kind of happened. And because I'm out and around, was always out and around a little different way than my family was. But then my mom would tell something about work, and then my dad would tell something about work, and then somebody else would tell something about happening at the supermarket, or some cool person they met, right? Something that would be unique in their experience. And then we would eventually kind of go around to the um, remembering, right, of the things that we do collectively that made us different from others, that we appreciated about us, right? It's not like, well, at least we're not like those other people, but it would just be kind of like, we met these people and they were really negative, and we go, yeah, I know, right? That's why would you be like that? Why would you make it harder? Why wouldn't you help somebody, right? And it was always something aligned to our values. And I never realized what was actually happening there. And we don't. Then, very often we're just walking around being ourselves, having our experience, but we don't really realize what we're communicating. But when I talk about the we-ness, we always had this sense of our business in the world. And it kind of reflected in, well, that's none of your business, is it? I don't see what business it is of yours, buddy. Oh, yeah, you're in this. Me, you, we got this going. We're going to go do this thing. Louise is laughing. She absolutely knows that attitude, right? But, oh, yeah, we're in it together because of, right? And then, so and I have to really credit my mom on that. There was always this other lesson, this other conversation that was happening. And I am the only one that reports this in the family. But I think I get this from her, or this awareness. And it's the conversation that we're not verbally having. Okay. And the way my mom would solve problems or get things done, or if she had to have a conversation with someone, she did a lot of mental rehearsal. My mom was very intuitive, but also, she would go, oh, there's a disruption, there's a dream, there's a flash. She'd get an idea, and I share that with her, and or just a knowing. But she would notice that there was a conversation that was up inside of her. Okay, and she would kind of mentally go through these. But my mom and I had these conversations together. We always had these together. And very often it was like we would wind up confirming the conversation we were having on the inners. And the only other person I ever met, I didn't know I was going to tell you this. Somebody needs to hear this. That ever met, that I could kind of have that conscious relationship with, about what's happening at the unconscious level, is Asara. And very often Asara and I might not talk for 6 months, a year, 2 3 years. We've gone as much as 5 years without talking. And then when we would start talking again, it wasn't because we were angry, just because of life. We just go on our little walkabout, and we'd the road bent back together, right? And but we would feel each other kind of on the inners. And then there'd be this conversation that would start happening. And then Asara said, I've called her, she's called me. She said, I think we're having this conversation. Let's confirm it. And 9 times out of 10, we were absolutely having that conversation. Okay. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is this is an inner model of how I'm operating with the group. Okay. You might go, wow, we just seems like we can just kind of fall in together, right? Have you noticed? You go, my people. And I'm just assuming you're my people because you're here. So to be in that usness, this usness, and just usins and we-zins, right? We are delighting in each other, we're delighting in being together. There's the uniqueness of our experience. There's the thing that makes us separate from other people. And then there's our business together as a group. And I just want to let you know that I know that you're coming here because there's something in your life that you want better. You are actively working on improving something. You need help and support. Something inside of you tells you it's possible, but you don't necessarily have access to the tools and resources to make it happen. That's all it is. And a lot of times it's because you don't even know what that greater possibility is. So when we work with the one command, we are saying, well, we don't know how we get this result. We know that there's something in us that is speaking that's greater than our circumstances, that's greater than our survival. There's something that we naturally want to move towards. I had a friend one time talking about a lady friend of his. He says, I don't, you may not know this, but you can lead a woman all over the world, but she won't take 3 steps backwards, right? So there's that's how we are. We're in this naturally, we want to move forward, but we don't know what tools we need. So what this partly is, when we're having this conscious conversation, I'm also teaching you how to have a new unconscious conversation, how to talk to yourself about what you're seeing, how to think about it differently, to allow yourself to move into these different, we call it, Asara would call it positions, right? So we move into being the observer of our experience. In the one command, we teach you are the creator, the experiencer, and the observer of your reality. Okay. And you can operate all 3 of those levels at the same time, but the change happens first when we are observing it. And that's why we walk you up and we come into theta, right? And we roll our eyes up and we move into this like greater sense, this greater space, right? So that we can literally expand our mind and expand that field of energy inside of us to something greater, to be something greater, to give ourselves room to express. Okay, that uniqueness that we are, to delight in that, to do it in a way that is in alignment with our shared values, with the people that we love and care about, or the causes that are important to us, right? And we do this in a way, and as we're doing this, our business is we're doing this, right? They're holding this little idea, guys. This is a change that's bigger than us that's happening as we make this shift, as we're having this new conversation with each other about our possibility, about our worthiness, about our ability, about our willingness, about all these different layers, right? And as we start doing this and we're having this new conversation, we start having a new unconscious conversation with the world. And the world starts having a new conversation with us. And we start naturally gravitating to, and people start gravitating to us who are interested in having that greater conversation. And the way that shows up is synchronicity, or it shows up like, wow, I was just thinking about that exact thing and here you're talking to me about it. Okay. When we get stuck, it's because we are in the belief of there's no other possibility. When we are doing commands, the toughest thing to let go of is the we have to let go of how we see it possible, like how could this possibly arrive? We have to be on the other side of it. We have to say, yeah, this is happening. We're going to let go. We're going to expand out. We're going to allow ourselves to have a new conversation. We're going to allow ourselves to have new thoughts. We're going to create a new field of energy and emotions. And from this new field of energy and emotions, we are going to align to a greater identity of, rather than being someone who is lost, who is broke, who is stuck, who's not enough, into one who is a creator, the one who is an experiencer, the one who is the observer, right? And we're moving into these different positions. Then this opens up all these other fields of possibilities. we could see with other people. There's so many things are possible because we see their uniqueness. We see, like, wow, look at your experience. Wow. I mean, people just like you. Wow. I mean, just the way you think about stuff and put it together. And we are always judging it against others, right? And within ourselves, we judge that stuff and we're trying to measure it against someone else, but we're not really appreciating our uniqueness and separateness. Okay. I'm like, what are some more Catherineisms there? But we got to find these different levels, right? This new agreement, and at the core of all this is delight, okay, and joy and curiosity. And even when we're going through a difficult time, even if we're going through sadness, guys, there's greater power in going through grief or sadness if we're facing those fears, if we really are present to what we're experiencing in a loving, compassionate way. We're gonna get through it a lot faster rather than judging it. Okay. So there's a lot of subtext that's happening here. And when I'm having a conversation with you, all the parts of me are having a conversation with all the parts of you. But what I want to invite you to do is right now, who wants to just consciously move into this space of usness, right? This usins and weesness. And hey, this isn't, there's no forms to sign, no donations to make. You know, we're not going to have to make an oath or anything. But just right now, to just be in the space of usins and weesness, usins, of this delight of hearing about your experiences and caring about your journey and being interested and open. But also, you know, when in our family, when we would tell it and we would have a hard time, there was this other level of presence. Nobody tried to fix each other. It would be like, well, what do you know, we would just be present. And then it would be, well, what do you need? Do you want me to be the one to help, or do you want me to find somebody to help you? And then sometimes we might even go, I don't even know what I need, right? And we allowed ourselves to be coachable, right? We allowed ourselves to listen, but we were always at free will. Okay. So I just, again, I don't know why this is up, but I just want you to know that wherever you are in your journey, whether you're coming back with, you know, hey, here's the big campaign and I had a great time and here's all the money and, you know, like we're shaking it, right? Or we're coming back and we're a little raggy, a little torn, a little tired, need a little loving. We're here for you. And I just want to just invite you right now, heart to heart, to just come into this space of essence with me. Okay. And just to be with me. And it's just an invitation. And I just want to model it energetically and just notice what happens if you just say, you know what, I just want to be in this space for a moment. And it's nothing more than a decision. And so right now, as all the parts of me are having a conversation with all the parts of you, I just am open to that conversation. And in this space, let there only be love. And in that love, compassion, acceptance, and delight. And right now we're in this essence and the weesness and the business of us, right? And as us together and raising the vibration on the planet and your corner of the planet. So right now, just think about the greater good that you want to be in the world, that you want to create in the world, that you want to experience in the world, that you want to observe in the world. And just let yourself align to that as it aligns to you. Now, just allow your body energy to shift and align to it, knowing that your body is completely supported, and loved, and well provided for. And right now, there is something greater in us that wants to express. It's always there. And right now, let's just open up to this greater possibility, this greater potential inside of us. Okay. That between right doing and wrong doing, between knowing and not knowing, between what's been created and what must be let go of, right? Between anything and between nothing and everything and all things, right? We don't know how to allow that greater potential to arrive. Just give it space and know that just as you become aware of it and you say, yes, I'm allowing this now, that any part of you that felt stuck, that felt powerless, that felt not enough, that is carrying old hurts, that there is nothing that needs to be done except allow that place, that knowing, to be directed to that part of you that doesn't know how, that feels limited and stuck and broken and wounded. And just notice what's happening to your body. You may feel fidgety, may feel blank, but just bring your attention to your heart. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know where that came from. That just like popped right out of my mouth when I've been thinking about y'all all day. So,
Catherine, this is Paula with my lovely friend Roxanne with me to share, and I just have tears in my eyes. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. That's every week it just hits a spot of exactness, and I thank you all and the universe for that.
oh, thank you.
Oh,
And
you lovely.
you just bring so much. And welcome, Roxanne.
Yeah, thank you.
Put your cute little face over here. I'll show her here for a minute. Let's see. There she is.
Hi. Welcome.
Yeah.
We had a great success, so we do want to share
Thank
it.
you.
Oh, you do have something to share?
No.
Yes, we must. Because again, this shows how the we-ins of us, you know, we have a baseline, we all learn, and then we all share. And we did a one command, Thursday with Roxanne, because she has a new little 4-month-old grandbaby and wants to live a little bit closer to them, so and her little step granddaughters, so she can have more time with them, and listening to Louise talk about being with her niece next door, and so we did a one command on the perfection of a place. And
For me to move to.
Yes, to move to. Well, come and tell them the experience of it, since that was Thursday. This is Tuesday.
And I signed up for it yesterday, and it's a perfect 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's 100 square feet more than I got now, and it's right by a lake. which I didn't even think about, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
First floor, I'm on the second floor now, so I don't have to worry about steps anymore.
No.
17 minutes from the kids and
17 minutes from the kids, a
Perfect.
7 hour. Yeah, so it's
next
just
to a gym
amazing.
and just
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
the
Congratulations.
perfection of
Yay.
better than we could have ever imagined if we
Absolutely.
were
Yeah.
let go.
Oh,
And how many hours did you spend on that? What, 2 hours, 3 hours finding that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it
wasn't
found
long at
her.
all.
It found
Good.
her.
Yeah.
So it's just such a beautiful example in our practical life to allow the universe. And we talked, I had mentioned, you know, a week or two ago about standing on the stage, and we have an auditorium filled with people. And those are all our assistants, you know, those are the ones just give me something to do. I'm ready to get to work. She comes over and she goes, well, what do you want me to do? And she works for me. And it's that. And so we just allowed, I think I even said that to you.
Yes, allow.
Allow them, just allow them to get to work looking for you.
They want work.
yeah.
Yes, and that's exactly what happened. So thank you, and for letting this go on. And you know, it's a gift we can share with other people so simply.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And congratulations.
Okay.
And hey, you hug and kiss that baby for us next time you see her. Okay?
I'm gonna go today. So
I know. He said, she's leaving me to go there. But
Oh, 4 months that's when they start going, hi, hi.
Well,
Oh,
thank you.
fantastic. Congratulations. And thank you for
Thank you.
sharing that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Miss Louise, I'm going to go to you and then we'll check in with Richard on how are you doing?
Well, I'm just kind of flat.
Okay.
I don't get flat very often. And I've just allowed it. It's just okay.
Yeah. I went through
That's
that
where I am.
last week or the week before. It was about 7 to 10 days. Of course, we had our ice storm in Texas and stuff, but I think we're on the other side of that. But I just said, you know what? It's, you know, and I would even threw cards and it was like, wait, just be still, right? There's that beautiful scripture that says, be still and know I'm God, right? And God is love, be still and know I'm love, be still and know I'm good, right? And so you're probably, but I think you're gearing up. I think you're in that stage where all those roots first are going deep and we don't see a lot of movement, and you're shifting gears. So I think you're just kind of building up your energy is my hit on that. Okay.
That works
So
for me.
yeah, do you know what your next um do you know the next thing is that you're working on, or what you want to create next?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
All
I had,
right.
I had a long conversation yesterday with a dear lady that I don't know. I met her. She was wanting an interview, one of my interviews, and I didn't hear from her. So I touched base with her on Facebook, and she told me that her daughter had been killed by her husband.
Oh.
And, she was way down. And we corresponded through Facebook Messenger a couple of times. And then yesterday I felt called, a little voice says, send her a little note. So I did. And she responded. And then my little voice said, ask her if you can talk to her. Oh, I don't know where that came from. So she said it would be okay. And I gave her my number and she gave me hers. So she said, call me. And I did. And we talked for about 45 minutes because I've been where she's at. She's angry. And now the depression has hit, the stages you go through after a loss. And I told her about a bunch of the hypnosis things that I've worked with over the years. And she's invited me to be on her radio show. She wants people to know what I have told her
Yep.
about getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll ever lead to anything because I don't practice hypnosis anymore.
Right.
And it was just an interesting day. It didn't bring me down, but it didn't lift me up. That's why I said I was flat. And
Yeah.
I'm still flat today, which is okay.
Okay. So Can I do a little demonstration with you? Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay. So we do, one, we have to like, okay, this is where I am. We're not going to argue with it. And I think that's good that you're not doing that. And we're going to do a 4-part statement, and where we're just, because when we get in this state, sometimes we go, oh my God, if I don't get moving soon, then consequence, right? Well, I better get my butt in gear or else, right? And so we start using fear to try to motivate ourselves. And that just is not going to help. So we're going to go ahead and tune into what you need, and then we're going to do a command. Okay. So guys, I hope this is helpful, and thank you, Louise, for being my demo person on this. So the 4-part statement goes like this. Number 1, I am flat. Just repeat after me. I'm flat. Say it out loud. I am flat. Oh, for some reason,
I
got you.
muted myself.
Thank you.
I am flat.
I am flat, because I need to hear your voice. Okay. And then you say, and I'm going to be flat.
And I'm going to be flat.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to stay flat.
I'm going to do everything in my power to stay flat.
I'll do all this and more
I'll do all this and more
until I no longer need to be flat.
until I no longer need to be flat.
Take a big breath. Now your brain's going, yep, yep. And then you go, I'm going to do all this. I'm going to stay flat. And you go, oh, wait, don't speak that, Catherine, because you have very strong opinions about this. But what we're doing is we're completing the loop. Okay. It's kind of like if you ever get a song stuck in your head, the way to get rid of the song is to sing the last verse. Okay. That's it. So we're singing the last verse because what we have our feeling now. And then when we try to think about the future and we're projecting into the future, it's like, oh, man, I don't know if I can commit to that or even think about doing that because my feelings, my emotions aren't matching excitement or joy or delight. What if I feel down and I'm not able to do it? Right. Like when I was dealing a lot with my anxiety, it was like, I can't make plans because I don't know if I'm going to have an anxious day or not. Right? No, I better not. I better not think about that. But then when we say I'm going to do all this and more, right? Hey, this is happening, people. And I'm going to keep creating the thoughts and the emotions, and I'm going to replay the situation. I'm going to train everybody in my life, right? I'm going to have negative talk. That's everything that's built into that. We're actually speaking to how we have ourselves programmed right now. And we're closing the program. But we say, I'm going to do all this and more until I no longer need it. Then your brain's going, yep, wait, what? Do I need that? Do I need to be flat right now? Then it opens up. It says, well, do I need to be flat? Or what do I really need? Because that's your brain's job, is to help you get your needs met. Okay. So just tune in to the flatness. Just be flat. Okay, guys. And I'm just modeling this. So if you feel flat, be flat. Notice how you feel it in your body. It could be weight. It could be nothing. And as you tune into this flat feeling, I wonder, what do you need? And this is going to rise up. The answer is going to come up from inside of you, not from your head. What do you need right now?
Alone time.
Oh, good. So and then if you have alone time, what will that give you?
Time to retreat into my mind and meditate more and take care of me.
Okay. So let's just say you're doing that to take care of yourself, right? That's what you said. You because I need thinking time. I call it, I having a good waller is what I call it, because I like to lay in bed and just think. So right now I need to take care of myself. So just say, I am taking care of myself.
I am taking care of myself.
And I'm going to take care of myself.
And I'm going to take care of myself.
I'm going to do everything in my power to take care of myself.
I'll do everything in my power to take care of myself.
And I'll take the right action at the right time.
And I'll take the right action at the right time.
Or not.
Or not.
But I'm going to do all this and more.
I'll do all this and more.
Until I absolutely know myself.
Until I absolutely know myself.
As one who is well cared for.
As one who is well cared for.
Breathe in.
And then.
Yeah, just breathe in.
Be there.
Yeah. Big breath. There we go. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you.
There we go. That takes away all that judgment. This is now you're actively taking care of yourself. You're not having to suppress or repress or, hey, when it's time, once you're taken care of, then you'll take care of everything else. Right?
Yes. Thank you.
There, goosebumps. There you go. Look at her pretty pink, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to tune in to Richard. How are you doing?
I don't know where I'm at right now, Catherine. Honestly, I'm kind of like either the way I feel may not be accurate, may not be reality. But if I'm feeling like I'm in a deep rut, depression, either I'm going into a deeper rut and depression, or I'm about to make a huge breakthrough. It could go either way. I mean, maybe I am on the verge of a breakthrough. I really don't know. Just that I don't know. I'm doing all the right things, quote, planting seeds for a project and all that, doing, thinking of actually singing songs in a place to talk about, sing the songs of my play a little bit. Anyway, I just, nothing seems to be moving much. It's been like this for a long time. And I'm doing a lot of things on a cordial, energetic level, working with you on my own, doing a lot of stuff, hours and hours every day. I'm just kind of continuous.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm at anymore. I really
You're
don't
in a
know.
deep reorganization is the way to look at that. One, you're deeply reorganizing. I feel like you and Louise need to have a conversation about what Patreon is. Okay. What a Patreon channel is. And
I don't know. Yeah.
she's gonna, is that all right, Louise? But you can contact her through the chat. I saw this lovely gentleman with his guitar singing different songs and telling poems. And I thought, why isn't Richard doing that? He just is so connected in his beautiful soul. Every time he tells us a little, like you've shared with me privately, poems and writings and sung little songs, and it just heals hearts. And I want to just drop that little seed in there, Mr. Ussens. This is Ussens moment, that maybe your music is going to be a way to kind of create some community. And
Well, yeah, there's a place to play. There's a place that sells semi-precious stones in the neighborhood, and
yeah,
they already expressed an interest in having a tarot reader there when things open up and people feel more safe with the vaccination and all that stuff. But why not go over there? I was going to do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. But go over there and offer to sing music there. I already have a repertoire of songs I can do, including a couple, 2 or 3 Doors songs. I'm practicing them now. It helps me get in a better mood when I do it, at least. Even if it's just temporary, it helps me to lift myself up.
yeah.
So I was thinking we're on the same page, because that's exactly what I was not thinking I was doing. I was just about to do today. I just got caught up with some mundane stuff. So
Yeah.
you know.
I just want to invite you to have a conversation with Louise, and they'll
Okay.
explain what it is. Okay.
I'll talk with you,
Patreon,
Louise. Sure.
guys. Patreon.
Okay.
All right. We witnessed you know what? You're going through this, but you're not going through it alone. So a good command is, I don't know how, let's see. I don't know how I am encouraged and inspired. That's what you're missing. And inspiration is breath plus spirit. So you might need to be doing some breath work. Okay. And that'll get your energy up. Okay. There we go. All right,
Yeah,
my
when
friend.
I sing, I do that too.
Yeah.
I'm using my
Yeah.
breath and, but I'll talk to Louise too. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Catherine.
All right. Hello, Miss Nancy. Oh,
All right, can you hear me now?
I hear you now. How's it
Okay,
going?
good. Sorry about that. It's going good. I mean, I have to say it's my second or third week and really sticking to the schedule because I made a commitment at the beginning of February that I would do everything I could to just stay with that on my goals and to-do list and schedule and structure. And it's really been working and I'm happy about that. I'm able to get a lot done. And more importantly, I feel a lot better about myself in the process because I feel accomplished at the end of the day, which is always, or at least in the past several weeks, when I do your daily sheet and it says, what do you want the outcome to be? It's like to feel accomplished because I know the more that I'm in that feeling, the more or the easier it seems for me to believe that I can really do this.
Right.
That all of this is really gonna come. So it's really been a very good feeling so far. I still struggle with time, and just wanting to get so much more done than I'm able to do in the day. But I'm not beating myself up over that like I used to. And so I'm paying a little bit more attention, I think, to inner chat and just trying my best to be self-loving and positive. So, I'm not making money, but, I'm setting myself up towards the stage of doing that and what I'm doing. So
you do you're working with affiliate marketing right now.
Yes, and Facebook, there's a lot of changes with the iOS, the Apple update and how advertisers, especially on Facebook, will be able to, we have to make a lot of tweaks. And so I'm trying to get that figured out. That's a little bit of a challenge, but then I have some other things that I am working on as well to kind of go with that so that little by little, I'll be adding more and more revenue, hopefully, to my streams.
Yeah. You know what? You're in the trying to get instead of making the decision to have.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay.
So I don't know how I make the decision to have money. I only know I have money now and I am fulfilled. Because you're trying to get, trying.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, so.
Okay.
Boom. Hey, this is happening, people. This is happening. Money. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just know you're gonna have a big win, and you're gonna laugh because it was so easy, and it was a lot faster than you thought. That'd be wonderful. All right, thank you. And I'm gonna Maria and then Cassandra. All right, Miss Maria, how are you?
Howdy, I'm fine. How is it going in Texas? I've been concerned all week.
70 degrees right now. Beautiful outside. So the snow and ice are all melted. I'm very fortunate. Even in our county, our town, there were outages, but somehow we were on one little grid, one little length of grid that happened to be tied to the old police department and fire department. So it was like somehow unique. So we got to actually help a lot of people. So right now it's the Supreme Court's going to be is going to be saying, will we have the right to sue ERCOT, ERCOT, the people that on the grid going out and the maintenance and all that. So if you could, you guys could hold the space for us that the powers that be will be accountable and take care of the people who were without power. And there was loss of life, not just loss of income. And this is something that was millions of dollars, a few $1 million actually could have prevented all of this, and that's billions of dollars of loss to the economy and people, and the grid is going to be going through repair. So I don't know how all of it's restored and that the powers that be do what's right. I only know that justice is served now and I am fulfilled. So that's how I can say that without getting mad.
And Catherine, I'd like to add something, because we want to neutralize the anger and the upset. We've had an experience, and it's so gorgeous today and yesterday after 6 days of ice, which I also loved that, except for the thing. So I love the word amends. So I'd love for us to do a command that amends are made for those.
Amends, yes. So I don't know how amends are made to
those who have suffered and lost.
To those who have suffered. And yeah, because I have, personally, nothing happened. We were fine. I got to work every day. I didn't have a minute of loss, except I had extra relatives in the house.
I thought it was because of one command, that I think Louise had a really great experience as well. And we're in different areas.
Yeah, I think so.
And I got to clean my bathroom up because somebody needed to take a shower. So that was a good notification.
Yeah. So I don't know how amends are made.
Yes.
I only know they are now, and I am fulfilled. Yeah. Thank you. There we go. Thank you for bringing that. I appreciate that. See, guys, this is why we need each other. So thank you, Maria, for asking. How can we help you and support you?
Well, I got to tell you that last week we did a command that I am enough. And about 30 minutes later, my object of my affliction walked in the door and said, I just want you to know how much, and he had a tear in his eye saying, I just so appreciate you. And your face came front and center, Catherine.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a big shift right there.
Very big shift. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So thanks.
Oh, but wait. You told us what happened last week. What are you commanding for next?
Well, in my usual style, I kind of messed things up by the end of the day. And I got to spend the weekend by myself, and I didn't die, and it was good. And so it turns out now, speaking of amends, tomorrow is going to be a full day of fixing all kinds of things in my house and outside that need to be done, as making amends for the whole kerfuffle. So even though it's curious to me, I guess if I wanted to bring up a point, is how sometimes when we're making things, we ask for something better as it shifts, like cleaning house, things get dusty, you move things around, and it's more chaos than when we started, but it ultimately ends up better.
Right.
So how to make lemonade out of my lemons. That would be my command.
Well, and I think there's something really powerful in taking care of what you have right now, because that demonstrates your trustworthiness for the next level of success too. So I think it's great, and it's fun. You can have a good time with your pitter puttering and taking care of things. So just love on your house while you're working on it. Okay.
There you go. Thank you. It's been needing it.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to, wait a minute. Don't unmute, Maria. I'm going to go to Louisa and then Cassandra, because Cassandra's working. So Louisa, I have had you on my mind. How are you?
Hello. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you doing?
Doing quite well. Thank you. And so how are things going for you?
Yeah, quite hectic. I did say to you a while ago that I was worried that my freelance work was going to dry up, and then it all kicked off and it's been really busy. So yeah, I've just been really busy with work. That's kind of all that's been going on.
Okay, so yeah, but focusing on work's taking away energy from the business.
Yeah, that's been busy too. So yeah, I've not had much spare time.
Money 2 ways. All right. All right. Well, good. How can we support you today?
Good question. I mean, I'm kind of just fine, really.
All right.
I
All
could do with
right.
more
So I
hours
don't know how
a day.
things, I don't know how I prosper and build on, I don't know how I prosper and prosper more.
Yep, that's good.
I only know I am now and I am fulfilled.
Perfect.
There we go. Yeah, make sure time for you. And so
I need a weekend next weekend for sure.
brilliant. All right. Well, we're always happy to see you.
Thanks, Catherine.
All right. Thank you. And then we're going to finish up with Cassandra, and then we will roll over to our group commands. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
It's been a strange few weeks. I found out my stepsister has Parkinson's, and she had brain surgery last week to put an implant in. So like, severe Parkinson's that she got diagnosed in her 40s. So, and that just brought up a lot of weird family emotions. As you know, I have little to do with family because there's a lot of issues.
Yeah.
And then work-wise, I'm trying to help my boss grow the company so I can make more money.
Yeah. Because you're being, it was a badly negotiated deal and you're in on it. And now he's going to be letting you do more of the negotiation. Is that going to be happening?
Yeah, eventually, he talks about it more than and he's very slowly moving a few things over to me, but
Okay.
and hopefully we can grow.
All right.
But we're supposed to meet there's a huge national handicap conference in Las Vegas in June or July, and we're supposed to meet there and have a meeting about how we're going to work with the business and grow it.
Yeah.
And his plans and visions and stuff, because he's got muscular dystrophy, so it's a handicap owned company, and
Yeah.
for government contracts it's a big deal.
Yeah. But still so many of this, it seems like so many of the systems and everything's all up in his head, and you're going to have to get all that stuff pulled out of his head, and because he really doesn't know how to turn stuff over to you.
Yes. That's what I'm coming up with. And
yeah. Well, that's okay. You say, well, we're going to have to take a few days and just go through this. That happened with when I moved out of the operations part of the One Command, and Eden took over, and I gave her everything I had, and she said, there's some missing things here. Could I call you? And finally she said, actually, and there was a bunch of little calls, and finally she said, let's just start scheduling some blocks of time because I know what I need to do the work, right? And every time we'd have these blocks of calls, and I would just like give her everything that was in my head about the business and the reasons behind it, and all the stuff. I literally felt my body just get lighter and lighter. It's like, wow, I had no idea how much I was carrying up in there, right? And energetically and emotionally, and I was just like carrying this whole extra system inside of me, and that's what's happened with him. So be patient, but maybe explaining it to him that way. It's like, yeah, I know it's all in your head, and let's get some of that out of your head so that you have more bandwidth to do your genius thing. Okay, so let's do some commands for your bandwidth though, because your energy's low. Okay.
it is I just feel drained.
Yeah. So I think that being flat is low. So I don't know how I increase my bandwidth. I only know I'm operating at a higher vibration now, and I am fulfilled.
It's much better.
There we go. Thank you. And we love to you and your sister. And I don't know how there's peace between you. And I only know it is now. And I support you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Wow, guys. What about all this, all the parts of me having a conversation with all the parts of you? What a beautiful day. I'm just, I get theta drunk. I get so in love with you guys and just really enjoyed this. Okay, so I just want to remind everybody what the command is. I don't know how and you state what your command is. I only know it so now, and I am fulfilled. And we had a lot of different things. So we want this to be kind of our main filter, right? I don't know how my desires are quickly and easily manifested. I only know it so now, and I am fulfilled. So we're going to do that command first, and then we'll do your command. Okay. And there's some commands around. I don't know how I can grasp this idea of greater possibilities being available to me. And I don't know how to have a new idea about who I am and my power and ability to operate in that new possibility. Ooh, I don't know who needed that one. Ooh, that someone just got that big shift, but that's coming in for you. So we're going to go ahead and do those. All right. So we'll do the 6 steps to theta. And first, we always start with aligning heart to heart. The master in me greets the master in you. And in this space, let there only be love between us. We have this, and we're just joined already. I just see our hearts united in this circle. And in the center of the circle, put your intention of what it is that you want to manifest. Is it money? Is it a contract? Is it a solution? Is it a relationship? Is it health? Doesn't matter what it is, but just put your intention in the center. Now I want to invite you to ground. And just picture, visualize, or imagine that you are like a tree. And you're able to draw in the energy from your environment. Everything in your environment supports you. The sun, the air, the rain, everything in your environment. And that you have long energy roots connecting you to the earth. And feel your connection to the earth and the earth's connection to you. And feel that energy start to come up in support and grounding you. Feeling that energy come up through your spine, neck, and the shoulders. Beautiful. And now, as you think about what it is that you want to attract, create, or manifest, just go ahead and align to it and feel it aligning to you. And the greater good that can arrive because of it. And think about your intention. And as you have that intention, picture, visualize, or imagine that you are connected to source by a pole of light. And this connection comes right down through the top of your head, down your spine, and it goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And with your eyes lightly closed, roll your eyes up as if you're trying to look up through the top of your head. This lowers your brain waves. But as you're connected to this pole of light, send your intention out in front of you. And now just allow your consciousness to float up out of your body, up, up, up. And the higher you go, the faster you go, up above the earth, out beyond the outer edges of the Milky Way, out beyond to the edges of the observable universe. And soon you come to a velvety black void of space. And in the distance, you may be aware of a little teeny pinprick of light. And that is the plains of creation. Head that way. And as soon as you're made the decision to go there, you find that you are breaking through the darkness into the light, a pure, open potential. Eyes up, silently follow along as we state the one command. I don't know how my desires are quickly and easily manifested. I only know it's so now, and I am fulfilled. And you can let your eyes relax, let that expand out. And I don't know how I open and expand my sense of possibility. I open and expand my beliefs about myself and my abilities and my energy and my power. I only know I am open to new possibilities and new potentials now. And a greater idea of myself and all the aspects of myself now, and I am fulfilled. Just let that go. Your eyes relax just for a moment. You notice an expansion. There's nothing to do. Now roll your eyes up again, and you have the thing that you are commanding for. So I don't know how and state what it is that you want. I don't know how. I'm well cared for. And I only know that I'm taking care of myself and my business perfectly now, and I am fulfilled. I don't know how. I am easily generating money and opportunities and creating powerful and empowering relationships. I only know I've made the decision to prosper now. And I don't know how. As I prosper more than what I ever thought possible. And I don't know how I create loving, supportive, encouraging relationships that see me, delight in me, believe in me, trust me. I only know that I am a relationship with incredible people that I see, that I know, that I delight in, that I can trust, that together we are able to create something amazing in the world that creates a greater good by its fulfillment. I only know it's also now, and I am fulfilled. And just let your eyes relax, because we're just going to expand that out. Let that go. And we're just going to let that go to an idea even greater that serves more good in its fulfillment. And in this expansion, as we're moving into this place of observing, witness, move yourself over that you could start to witness and see and observe all the skills, abilities, and attributes being directly downloaded. Yeah, very much like a computer program, like when Neo in the Matrix learned Kung Fu. Whoa, I understand compassion. I'm a great business negotiator. I'm natural at sales. Hey, I am a money magnet. Witness all those new programs, those beliefs getting installed. And witness the relationships and opportunities. Watch all those doors opening up to you and you being free to choose whether or not you walk through that door. And look at all the doors that you go, let's close that door, let's close that door. Now you're at choice. Now you're at power to make those decisions. And as you're starting to become aware of these new potentials and possibilities, now just feel yourself coming back into your body and start receiving everything you want, need, or desire. Your eyes opening to the opportunities and having a new inner conversation with yourself and the world about what's possible, what's going on, what's next. Feeling that energetic match of that essence and the we-ness and the you-ness and the beingness. Yeah, we're just going to be in that delight and that appreciation. And as this is coming in and this greater state of being begins to arrive, we're just going to let all those old ways go. We're just going to let it unwind. Hey, all those old ways of having conversations of blame or shame or not enough or unworthy or missed opportunities or knowing and not knowing. We're just going to let all that go. Let that unwind. Let those programs that were literally embedded right into your DNA, passed on from your family, and that were imprinted by the environment. We're just going to let all that go. Let that unwind. We're literally unwinding at the DNA level. Unwind. And as you do this, the environment starts aligning to you. Things start shifting and moving. You start having a new conversation with the world around you and everything in it. For all things are working together for your good, and nothing from your past, present, nothing that you could ever picture, visualize, or imagine, and no person, place, or thing, nothing can stop you from having that which you truly want, need, or desire. And now, just allow these new ideas to begin to rewind, and integrate. And this feels really good. This feels lovely, and you're in this beautiful expanded state. But now think about what it is that you're wanting, needing, or desiring. Yeah, do you desire to create more money? Do you need to have that confidence that every bill is paid and you have more than enough money, or that you have all the skills, attributes, and abilities? But when you think about it, what do you know now? What's the missing piece that's arrived for you? You may not know exactly how, but do you have a greater sense of it that is possible? We always say keep a journal of your commands, whatever challenges, revelations, successes. You can get a notebook. I do have the worksheets in the group and in the private membership area for you. Yeah, but keep track of it. And of course, as always, that 7th step is inspired action. So be ready for that idea, that inspiration to arrive. Okay, when you're ready, open your eyes. Woo. How are you guys doing? We make it back, all of our fingers and toes, and check that tip of your nose. There we go. Much more intimate group today. Thank you. Does anybody have anything to share or any questions or comments? Oh, let's see. I can't get to the chat. Where are you?
Catherine, it's Paula. I just want to say that every Tuesday I take a long nap. 2 weeks ago, I could barely get off the Zoom quickly enough to get to the bed. This takes me to such a level, and then I get to integrate. I usually sleep an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is unheard of, but this is so powerful. Thank you. You're so beautiful.
Thank you. You are too. I appreciate you. And Roxanne, welcome. And and again, we got any puppies or babies to hug and kiss, or cats to, Louise is always showing her little cat, but you get somebody to hug or kiss today, you make sure you go do that, okay? All right, my darlings. Until next time, this is Catherine Perry, the Big Vision Coach, and I witness your mastery. Bye-bye, everyone.